match. I don't know. I'm guessing Gunther
Gunther.
won.
You got so
Gunther.
I didn't watch it, but yes, I did see on the interwebs that Gunther is the new Intercontinental Champion. So
Man, can't have any more injuries right now.
yeah, man, that's a blow because I think they had a lot of plans for old Cody Rhodes there and
Yeah, right here.
his son. Yes, that's the guy. We're live, pal. I didn't say it yet. So.
He's the son of that plumber.
That's right. He is.
I mean, I guess over the next 9 months, they could just have him doing. Do you remember the Dusty Rhodes vignettes that they had when they first brought him, the Common Man?
Oh yes, absolutely. Who could
Oh
forget?
man, he had delivered pizza and all sorts of good things.
I'm singing
He's
the
just
song
a
in my.
common man.
There it is. Working hard with this. Hey, I love it. It's amazing. What do you got there?
This is Sprite Zero.
Ooh,
Spicing up my life.
it's a diet Sprite, pal.
Yeah, it was actually in my refrigerator. I got it for the kid, and it never got opened. And I saw it, and I'm like, "Holy crap! I haven't had carbonation in months. Like, this is exciting." Christy's like, "You're really getting excited over a Sprite Zero. I don't know what your life's come to."
Well, that's what happens when you're
But here we
over
are.
40. That's what happens. I'm not over 40, but you are. But that's what happens when you're over 40.
The midlife crisis of Sprite Zero. One day you'll see a Sprite Zero in your fridge and light up like a kid at Christmas time too, Brent.
Probably not because I don't know how a Sprite Zero. I could go upstairs right now and get a Sprite out of my fridge. That's for sure. But I don't know about a Sprite Zero.
I think it tastes exactly the same. It's probably one of the few diet drinks that you can't tell at all.
I can't imagine that it would taste any different. I don't know how it could.
No.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Even I used to joke that Vince McMahon drank Diet Sprite, but apparently there is such thing as Diet Sprite.
Yeah, Sprite Zero, it's good.
There you go. You got your review from the mayor.
I'm endorsing it. So
The mayor is
before we do
100%
endorsements
behind that.
later this evening, I'm popping it right now. Boom. Hit that Sprite Zero button. Like, subscribe, and something or other.
One of those things. Give us an iTunes review and tell us. I mean, sorry, it's Apple Podcast. I'll give us an Apple Podcast review and tell us that you also love Sprite Zero.
That would be amazing if someone actually did that.
That would be really cool. It would. They would be in my good graces. I would call you a friend, and that's a lot. Oh yeah, I forgot you could give away that John Cena figure.
We've still been holding off on this John Cena figure. So we could maybe possibly this time give this bad boy away. I don't know what shipping will cost on this. They might laugh at me at the post office when I try to put this into a box.
Oh yeah.
Like, here you go. Here's Sally.
This on a box. They're gonna call the cops. They're gonna think you're on something. This guy's fucked
We've
up.
got another guy on dust.
Yeah.
Not
This
again.
guy's smoking the PCP again. I was gonna say something, but I fucking forgot after smoking PCP.
I blew your mind.
I want to. Okay, I remember now. And we talked about that. It was like episode 2 because I remember like we had just moved into this house when we did that episode because I was still doing my podcast in the other room and not this room. It was like when I could first feel the effects of COVID coming on, but I hadn't quite got a hold of me just yet. I remember it well now when you were talking about that, and I forgot all about it until you were holding up nothing in your hands. I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking
Like,
forgot
what's he
about
doing?
that.
Is he asking for queso cheese?
Jeez,
He must
jeez.
be. That's what he's doing.
He's looking
Oh,
for
never
the
mind.
cheese
It's the
cheese.
Invisible John Cena action figure, the Elite Series too. This is the Chase variant right here. Extra invisible.
Stop. Sorry, the dogs are doing a run and they're trying to have a dog fight down here. Rug, no.
Got a hot start to the match.
Get out of here. Beat it. Don't look at me like
Doom, 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 doom,
he's such a
doom,
little
doom,
shithead.
doom,
You know how they
doom.
say dogs resemble their owners? Yeah, well, my
Yeah.
son's just kind of a shithead, and so is his dog.
The rugby?
Yeah, they're both really mouthy, and they're both smartasses. I know I can't understand what the dog says, but I know a smartass when he's looking at me.
They can give you that
And-
smart ass look.
That's right. And if we have to blame anyone for my son being a smartass, it certainly wouldn't be me. So, Mayor, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, man. I'm here. This is good stuff. I'm enjoying life, man.
That's good to hear. That is positive to hear.
You know me. That's Mr. Positivity. You can't nobody bring me down.
You might as well be in the New Day at this point.
I'm trying to think of something where Big E comes out and he goes, Cleveland, Ohio.
So I went to a SmackDown here, and that's when Kevin Owens. I think that was when Kevin Owens turned on Kofi Kingston, like after WrestleMania,
Oh,
and
okay.
Kevin Owens did the "Oh Nebraska." He didn't even say Lincoln; he just said Nebraska. It's all the same. It's all the same. Speaking of that, I am going to Monday Night Raw on June the 20th, so that should be fun. I haven't been to a wrestling show in a long time. I don't even
Yeah.
remember the last one I went to.
No live events or nothing, huh?
No. So I think the SmackDown that I'm telling you right now was the last. I also went to SmackDown, but I went to an NXT house show like the next. So to SmackDown it was on Tuesday then. So to SmackDown on Tuesday, and then on Thursday night I went to NXT in Omaha, and that NXT show was like that's the best wrestling show I've ever been to. There was probably like 300 people there, but it was freaking awesome.
I agree. I went to an NXT. Actually, I went to two NXT live events or house shows, whatever they want to call those things. It wasn't the pay-per-view. And those are probably the two best wrestling shows that I've ever been to. They were great.
Yeah, we went too, and they had seats on the floor, and ours weren't on the floor, but like nobody, there was like hardly anybody there, and so they were like, yeah, everybody just come down, and so we were like 7 rows from the ring,
Yeah.
and the Forgotten Sons wrestled the Street Profits, and we were chanting "We Forgot You," and I don't remember which one of it was. I think it was Wesley Blake pointed right at me, and he went, "Shut up!" It was awesome. He might have been pointing at the guy behind me, but I swear to God, he pointed right at me. And he said,
You and
"Shut
the
up!
red. You and the red.
You in the Nebraska shirt. You did it."
Every single person in the arena.
We've all got Nebraska shirts on, or at least a hat.
At least
Or
a
at least
hat.
the hat.
I've got
Or
the
at least
Nebraska
hat.
red on right now.
You do.
I'm representing the Midwest here.
As always.
We almost need to come on with the Midwest thing entrance music.
That's what I mean. Like when we do our videos for the AWI Pod Rumble, I always use
Yeah.
Midwest swing. Yeah, I always. That's the. What you think we live on a farm? That's my shit, man. Because everybody thinks I live on a fucking farm, which I do. So
Yeah. Keep up with the gimmick.
it makes perfect sense, pal. I'm the corn guy.
If I walk out back and carry this laptop out back and point it due west, you might actually see some horses.
See, in reality, people think I live on a farm. You live way closer to a farm than I do.
Yeah, most people think that I'd live on a farm, but I don't live on a farm. But if I right next door, boom, right there.
If I took my laptop outside, you would see an entire city block. Or if I took you in the back, you'd just see an alley, and you'd think I live in the projects. I don't, but you'd think I did by the way the alley looks. So I just broke the whole gimmick.
How close are you to Arunza?
Not too far. I'm about 2 miles from Arunza.
Well, that's close enough.
That's all. It's as close as you ever need to be. That's for sure. That's for sure. You're in Nebraska. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to talk about. How about you?
Anything modern wrestling you want to discuss?
So I lost my piece of business pay-per-view championship back to that goddamn filthy rotten Germany who's got an inside. He's got inside at WWE.
Did he miss any picks?
I don't.
I think he got them all right.
I want to say he might have missed one. No, maybe he did get them all right. I don't know. I'm sure when they hear this,
how do you take it back when the guy picks all
me.
the right picks? I mean, that's not fair.
Yeah, it's not fair that he was so right. That's just not fair how right he was.
He takes off his mask at the end of the podcast. He's just Bruce.
It's been Glenn's like the whole time.
The whole time I've been talking to you.
You've been Bruce Pritchard this whole time.
It's a good make believe,
Let me ask you this: in the world of sports, did you see about the Golden State Warrior players being upset that the Boston fans were mean to them? Did you see that?
Yes, I didn't. I read about it. I didn't see like any interviews or anything, but I did read about it.
Yeah. I watched the game, but I don't recall any. But they were trying to fuck you, Draymond. But
those are probably my two least favorite NBA teams. So
I can understand why you wouldn't like the Warriors. It makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, well, the one year that I thought the Cavs were going to win the championship, the Celtics player Kelly Olynyk ripped Kevin Love's arm out of the socket. He ripped his arm out of his arm, and eh, yeah, he ended up missing the rest of the playoffs. And I think the Cavs lost that series to the Warriors 3-2. And I really think if they
I
still
think it
had
was
Kevin Love, I think that
3-1
they would have won that one.
because they lost Kyrie too, so it was
Yeah.
just LeBron. They still managed to beat the fucking Bulls. God
Yeah.
damn it!
Yeah, well, Kevin Love was still there when they played the Bulls. Then Dirty
No, I don't think he
Olynyk.
was. I don't think he was.
Oh,
Because we played him in the second round, or maybe he was there, but still, we had enough. God damn it! Don't get me started, Mayor. We'll be here for 3 hours talking about the 2000 whatever year Chicago Bulls with Derrick Rose and Paul Gasol and Jimmy Butler. We fucked it up. We lost the Cavs with only LeBron. That's it. That's all we had. God damn it. But anyway, I just thought it was funny that like you're in Boston. What did you think that's going to happen? And they're like, "Oh, my kids were there." I bet the kid that started the chant in Boston was probably fucking 10. He was smoking a Marlboro and drinking a goddamn beer.
a beer.
So, a beer, exactly.
In the carport.
In the carport, I got a beer.
Hey Jerry, go park the car in the carport. Go grab a
I
beer.
realize you want your family to be at the game, but if I played in the NBA and I had little kids, there ain't no way I'm having my wife bring them to the Boston Garden. Come on.
Mm-mm.
No.
Don't teach them that early.
And then I remember her saying that one of their wives was saying it was classless that they would chant that, and I distinctly remember in the NBA Finals that you were just referencing, after the Cavs beat the Warriors at home, LeBron was walking off the court, and a Warriors fan screamed at him, "LeBron, how does it feel to be a pussy ass bitch?" So apparently, y'all do it too. So
Yeah, Warriors fans are the worst.
yeah, so I just thought that was funny that they. Could you imagine Michael fucking Jordan after losing, to the Knicks, getting into a press conference and saying, "Oh my God, these Knicks fans are so mean to me." Could you imagine?
Imagine him saying, "Yeah, they're getting into my head." So just go ahead and no, that's never happening.
If you see the Last Dance at Jordan, the Bulls thing, you know that Michael Jordan went home and went, "I took that personally," because he took everything personally.
Jordan's a no-selling motherfucker. He ain't selling anything.
Not a goddamn thing. Except shoes. Shoes is the only thing Michael Jordan is selling. That's it.
Yeah, a lot of shoes.
That is.
I made these for $4.50. What are we selling them for? That's a good price.
That is a good price. Oh, I didn't.
Profit margin.
Did you watch NXT this week?
I watched the pay-per-view. I didn't watch the show this week though.
So the pay-per-view. Wow. I was on Piece of Business and we talked about it. A tag team match. I didn't like the tag team matches so much. I didn't mind Braun Breaker versus Gacy though.
I thought it was a good. Actually, well, I can't say they were all good matches, but I enjoyed them. I thought it was a pretty good show.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, no.
And the two guys surprised me. Those Johnny Two Dimes and Nichols Nicorino or whatever his name is. I don't know.
Channing something.
I don't know. That actually surprised me. Trios, tag match, whatever you want to call it. I'm not normally a fan of those, but it's pretty good.
It did its
for
job.
What it was.
Oh, and we also watched Hell in a Cell. How did you feel about the Hell in a Cell match?
The Hell in a Cell match I actually liked. I thought it was really good. I did, like I was saying, I don't think that it really needed the cell because there wasn't much usage of the cell. At this point, I don't think that unless they're really going to open up and have a brutally violent match, I don't need to see someone, bleeding to death in the ring like John Moxley does at times, but
every week.
A little gash and some blood coming out from the forehead might, would be nice once a year.
You're in a goddamn cage, and I mean, if you want to use some sort of gimmick,
yeah, we don't need you busted open the hard way.
Yeah, exactly. You can use some sort of gimmick blood. I'm cool with that. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Would you just do something like that? But I agree with you. I don't think any Hell in a Cell matches at this point need the cell because nobody's going to bleed and there's just no point to it. It's a match inside of a cage with weapons. That's all it is now.
Yeah, and none of it is like if the cage was butted up against the ring and there was no in between and people were actually using the cage like a legitimate steel cage match, I'd be okay with that. But this Hell in a Cell, it's literally just a cell sitting outside of the ring. There's no purpose for it.
Yep, I agree. Well, I mean, I don't know if you saw, but that match got a 5-star rating from David Meltzer, if you believe that.
I didn't see that, but that's hard to believe. Can't remember the last time he gave anything a 5. Well, in WWF or NXT, I can't remember the last time. Probably NXT.
No, the last time was John Cena versus CM Punk at Money in the Bank. I believe was the last 5-star match that he got.
Wow, was that 2012?
Yeah, it's 2011 or 2012. Yeah, so like a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
And I seen somebody say like, "Oh, and Will Ospreay has 19 5-star matches, and Seth Rollins only has 1 or something like that." And I'm like, "Well, that's because Meltzer likes Japanese wrestling better than American wrestling." So, I mean,
yeah, one guy's opinion doesn't make or break the rest of the industry.
Right, exactly. If you thought a match was a fucking 5-star match, then guess what? That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
I give thumbs up, 2 thumbs up.
What the fuck are we barking at? Okay, save your song. Never mind.
Oh, he's happy. Uh-oh, he's getting home on a Friday night.
He's home early, so there you go. Well, what else took place on that card? So
the women's match was really good. The triple threat match, I thought that was great. I think every time Bianca and Becky have had matches outside of the punch to the throat and pin, but legitimate matches, those two have some really good chemistry together.
Absolutely, they do. I'm hoping that maybe we get to a one-on-one between Asuka and Bianca because I don't think I've seen. I think they have done it on Raw, but I don't watch Raw, so I haven't seen it. So I'd like to see that on a pay-per-view. I think that would be cool.
I think they did, and I'm pretty sure it got interrupted by Becky like within 5 minutes or something. But
I'm sure. But no, as far as triple threat matches go, yeah, no, I really enjoyed that one. That was really good. Judgment Day won, and then Edge is now no longer a part of Judgment Day as Finn Balor exposed him as the weak link, even though apparently Finn Balor took the pin. I had forgotten, but you, Jeremy, and Glenn reminded me in the group chat that that's exactly what happened. So it really makes no sense that Edge would be the weak link now, does it?
No, 0 sense. I don't understand that. That's like Michael Jordan winning the Bulls a championship and then them getting rid of him to promote Craig Elo as the face of the Bulls. Like, it doesn't make sense. Not even Craig Elo, whoever they would beat. Okay, we'll make it somewhat close. We'll say they promoted, okay, he's not a shooting guard, John Stockton, after they beat the Jazz in 96 or 97, whatever it would have been. So the Bulls beat the Jazz. And then all of a sudden they trade Michael Jordan for John Stockton because Michael Jordan was the weak link. Does that make sense?
No, it makes no sense at all.
No.
Not really. I think they were really going for shock factor. And if you're going for shock factor, that was shocking because I certainly didn't see that shit coming.
No. I mean, I get it if they're just like, oh shit, Cody's injured. We need a baby face who can do this. Well, Edge can probably pull it off, but now he's going to have to beat over the Judgment Day. Right. Because you can't just have him move on without having, some finality there. So that's going to slow it down.
And I assume now we won't see him for, I don't know, a month, 6 weeks or so. I was actually surprised that he had committed to doing this whole stable thing because you know how he comes around for a couple months and then he's not around for a while. Yeah. And so I figured that eventually they were going to have to play it out, but that was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. And now I guess it'll be interesting to see where it goes. The thing I didn't like about it was when Finn was first revealing himself to be the new member, he comes out there and he's got this big ass fucking smile on his face. And like, you're supposed to be joining this heel group. Why the fuck are you smiling like that? I just didn't understand. I literally thought he was coming out there to sass them because of the way he was smiling. And then he said he was joining them. I was like, what the fuck are you smiling for? It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes they need to be more self-aware of the moment and what their emotion should be. A
Yeah.
lot of wrestlers fall into that category. I think they're not self-aware what the moment should ask for.
Right. I'm like, why the fuck is this motherfucker smiling? Madcap Moss versus Baron Corbin, the no holds barred match. I thought was really good too.
I'm, I have to say, Madcap Moss, this guy, he has something. I'm a fan of him. I think that they could do big things with this guy. I'm not saying he's going to beat Roman Reigns and end his streak anytime soon, but he's definitely got a bright future.
I agree with you, man. I think that kid's got something as well. Well, Mayor of Canton, I'm done talking about whatever we were talking about in current wrestling. It's time for mullets, pal. Are you ready?
Oh man, I am ready. Just wish I could go like that and the mullet could fly off the back of my head. And
That would be impressive if you could just grow a mullet on demand.
well, yeah, that would be really
Now
impressive.
that's country.
That's a good superpower, like flight, invisibility. Nope, don't want those. Immediate mullet growing. Yep.
Somebody asked me what superpower I want to have, and I didn't even think of that one. That should have been it, pal.
A nasty boy's mullet right away.
And a sink to piss in right away. You fucking set.
Talk about freedom. That's as American as it gets right there. That's some 4th of July stuff.
That's as American as floating down a river, which I'm going to be doing next Sunday. Hell to the yeah. All right,
Man.
so it's September 19th, 1992. If you're watching it with us at a later date, if you've got Spotify, not only can you listen to the sound of our voices, but you can see our faces and watch along with us. I'm going to count down from 3. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I believe we have a match. It's not a jobber match this week, too.
Oh, I remember. Was it
the Mountie versus Tatanka, I want to say.
Okay. I was thinking it was gosh, no, it couldn't have been Brett.
Well, here comes Brett.
Mountie versus Brett.
I think Brett faces a man who will later become a headbanger, if I'm not mistaken. Look at that 90s hair.
That's great.
Oh, yeah, it's Mr. Glenn Ruth. That is Thrasher from the Headbangers right there.
He's a good-looking man. What happened to Glenn Ruth? They shaved the head, and he's listening to punk rock and eating cheese pizzas all day.
I think he... cheese pizza. Is that what punk rockers eat, is cheese pizza?
I mean, it's pretty punk rock, right?
No toppings, motherfucker. I just cheese.
That's as anti-establishment as it gets right there.
Unless you got like 5 cheeses on that motherfucker, I would be pissed at you if you got cheese pizza. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you get cheese pizza?
Oh my gosh, right?
Here we go. I mean, on Home Alone, that was the first pizza that apparently got fucking eaten, was the goddamn cheese pizza.
You're right, it was.
Yep. Somebody's gonna have to barf it all up because it's all gone. Yeah. Here we go. Bret Hart stomping the headbanger in the corner. He said, headbang this bitch. Oh, Papa Shango's got a voodoo book. Look at this.
Oh, is it going to catch on fire? Yes or no?
Probably. See, like, this is the second time we've seen Papa Shango and Bret on
there
TV.
There it goes.
He fucking called it. The fucking book is on fire. Hold on. Have you seen this before?
No, I mean, I probably did, when I was 11 years old.
I can't believe you got that right.
30 years ago, I probably did.
He said, Bret Hart, yeah, I know it's cold in Canada, and I'm going to set it on fire, is what he said.
I mean, Charles Wright is known for lighting things on fire.
Absolutely, pal. Amazing. Earl Hebner is the referee.
Which one did you say this was? Was this Mosh or Thrasher? Thrasher. Okay. What was Mosh's real name? You remember?
Oh.
Chaz? God, was he Chaz?
He was Chaz, but I don't know if that's his real name.
Beaver Cleavage?
Yes. In fact, his real name was Beaver Cleavage. His real name is Charles Warrington. Yeah, Warrington. That's
Well,
his
no
real
wonder
name.
they changed his name. You can't be a main event level talent with the name Charles Warrington.
No, Mosh sounds way better.
Yeah. Eat some cheese pizza
That
and drink.
guy's fucking
He was
pumped.
pumped.
That guy was so pumped.
He just gave that thing 5 stars.
He
It
looked
was
like
the best
Alex
match he's
Jones
ever watched.
screaming on a podcast. Is what he looked like.
He's
That's
screaming out
exactly.
conspiracy theories there. This guy is going to be big. He's going to be a tag team champion. That guy is going to be Thrasher right there.
Telling you, he's gonna be in a tag team called the Headbangers, and people are like, "What the fuck is a headbanger?" They don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, Nails, Chokomania, motherfucker.
Did you know Nails had a Hasbro action figure?
No kidding.
I didn't know that either. Somehow it was a promoted ad to me on eBay. You might want to buy this. I'm like, I might.
I bet they wanted a lot for it.
Yeah, it was expensive. This one was in package. I want to say it was like, I don't know, $250 or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't want Nails that bad. I can have him show up to my birthday for $250 and choke someone.
You probably could if he's still living. I think he is. I don't think you want him at your house though.
It's true. He only knows one thing, and that's choking bitches.
That's it. He doesn't know how to do anything else but choke motherfuckers. That's it.
Him and Wayne Brady.
I always thought it was.
Don't make Nails choke a bitch.
White people love Brady because he makes. I can't even remember the joke now. What did Paul Mooney say on the Chappelle Show? God damn it. He makes somebody look like Malcolm X, and I can't remember who he said he made him look like, but it's hilarious. I can't think of who it was. I'm getting flashbacks.
Yeah, we watched this last week.
Well, we watched SummerSlam a few weeks ago, and no, I don't know if did Macho and Razor coordinate this. Let's both wear yellow, brother.
Macho's probably upset about that. He doesn't want to be upstaged in the yellow. Oh, Razor, I do not appreciate getting a toothpick thrown at. Oh, I don't punch you in the face.
I was waiting. I'm surprised it took him that long to punch him in the face.
Yeah, a baby face. You can't besmirch a baby face on national TV back then like that without getting some repercussion. They don't just discuss things for an hour like they do in the ring these days.
Yeah, they don't talk about it for 45 minutes.
When did that start? Did Triple H and the corporation end up starting that? Because sometimes these opening segments really drag on. Like, speaking of piece of business, that was a quick, good piece of business there.
It really was.
Nice little plug, right?
That was good work, pal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to say around the Attitude Era, like when Austin McMahon thing was going on, because every week it would kick off with like McMahon out there talking, then Austin would come out there, and yeah, that's kind of how it went, and it's pretty much been that way ever since.
Yeah, we don't need a 15-minute segment to start the show to kick off another 15 to 20-minute match. Just get right into the action, guys, or have a quick work like that. I mean, that told you everything you needed to know in 30 seconds, even without the audio. Just watching it, you're like,
and you could get into whatever your interview segment that you want to do, but you don't have to do it to kick off the show every week. You could have a match, then you do your interview segment. You have a couple matches, and then you do your, you don't. It doesn't have to be every goddamn time. Just when you open the show, tell me what I'm going to see. That's all I want. Just tell me what I'm going to see, and then we'll see it.
And I don't know, maybe even promote a week before.
You have 2 or 3 matches, 4 matches, since you got 3 hours that you promote the week before, and everything else. Just when you start the show, tell me what I'm going to see.
Man, that seems pretty tough.
It's not. This ain't fun. It ain't. As they say at the beginning of, it's Kevin Sullivan at the beginning of Piece of Business. This ain't. We're not building a fucking rocket. We ain't building a rocket.
Yeah.
You sounded a lot.
Oh my gosh!
Holy cow!
Ross Greenberg.
After this, you can do your taxes, pal. Absolutely. Hit up Ross Greenberg. That's hair.
That is a clean, fresh looking mullet right there. Holy cow! That's in the Hall of Fame of mullets.
It absolutely is.
Sean's really upset having to come out here because he might be upstaged on the mullet.
Oh God, look at that guy's mullet. They're everywhere, pal. That's mullet mania.
That was a rat tail mullet.
Yeah. That was as redneck as it gets. Where was this fucking one at? Because these people,
Heaven.
I like that bull sweatshirt. This one was in heaven. Sensational Sherry. The last time I saw her, I saw a great deal of her butt region. So I remember that. I'll never forget it.
Getting cheeky with it. No.
That's great. I don't know if it's because I had some extra banana bread before this, but your jokes are landing with me tonight, pal.
Look at Ross Greenberg. That guy is jacked to the gills. How did he not win a championship?
It's a good question. Is she's wearing the same thing from SummerSlam, so we're gonna see some more of her butt today too, pal.
I don't know if the Superstars cameraman's gonna do the same justice though.
He's trying to steer clear, because they haven't showed it yet.
Yeah. You gotta shoot the engine of the train, not the caboose on Superstars.
You can't have Shawn Michaels throw her over his shoulder and carry her out.
No.
Is
that Fonzie in there too?
That is Fonzie. The referee is Fonzie.
Man, nice slap.
It's a star-studded cast. We are at the Hershey Park Arena in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So this isn't even down south. This is in fucking Pennsylvania.
This explains a lot, though. I've been to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Does it smell like chocolate?
And yeah.
Yeah. Could you hear about the people falling into the chocolate vat?
Yeah. Was that real or was that like an Onion article?
No, I think that was fucking real life, man.
Wow.
At least I think it was.
Boom.
Beautiful standing drop kick. The mullets are flowing in this one, pal. Good God Almighty.
I want to see some more action out of Ross Greenberg here, but I don't feel like we will.
No, I don't think Ross Greenberg is going to get a whole lot of offense on this one.
No, unfortunately not. Look at that giant heart-shaped mirror.
Beautiful. Oh,
I'd show him his mullet too. He's upset. He's like, "Look at you trying to upstage my mullet with your mullet. I'll punch you in the forehead, dummy."
You see this? I'm gonna bash it over your head and then use the glass to cut your mullet off because it's better than my mullet.
He says, "You got a nice mullet, Ross."
Oh my God! Look at this. Ross does have some fire here.
Look at him.
Oh well, short-lived.
Oh. He's got some nice wrestling tights too. He just wasn't local. He wasn't built like, the local tire store guy.
Well, those look like local tire store pants.
No, he's got some nice, ring gear.
If you say so, pal. They're kind of weirdly colored.
The stripe is weird. Oh, boom. Almost a Saito suplex there.
His devastating finishing maneuver. And Shawn Michaels is the winner. He is still the king of the mullets because he beat him. So,
imagine if that was a hair versus hair match, what travesty that would be.
I'd cry.
Yeah.
I'd cry. I wouldn't be able to do it. I would not be able to do it. We haven't done this in a while. And with a mullet like that, I don't think we can let it go by. So congratulations to Ross Greenberg, who can also do your taxes. You are the newest member of the AWI Pod Hall of Fame. More your hair than yourself, but congratulations to you right now.
Yeah, I don't know if you fully get in, but we'll let the hair go in.
We'll let the hair in, pal. We like it hairy. Oh, sorry.
Ross Greenberg. Have you ever met a Ross?
Not that one that's left an impression on me. Ross from Friends, maybe.
Yeah, that's the only one I can think of. Let's see.
He was married a lot.
Ross from Friends was in real life?
No, on the show.
Oh.
So I never watched Friends before, full disclosure, but we got HBO Max, like a year ago, and ever since then, me and Rachel watch Friends all the time. So, holy sweatomania, pal!
He looks like he just went down a slip and slide.
He fucking does too.
He's standing in front of a green screen. Why is he covered?
He looks like he fell asleep on his belly and somehow pissed up himself. That's what he looks like, because it's all just in one general straight area. And look at his
Oh my
armpits
God.
too. Jesus Christ. What was he doing? Was he running a fucking decathlon? Why is his shirt so wet?
I told you it has to be a slip and slide. It's the only answer. Did you ever see a Crocodile Mile? Do you remember that slip and slide?
Yeah.
The Crocodile Mile? That's what he
Yep.
was on.
He was on
If you ever take a trip down to Cobb County, Georgia, you'll be serving hard time.
We'll be on the slip and slide. I'll be all wet, you punk. We'll be on the slip and slide.
It sounds like a hit song.
It does.
That's #1 on the country charts.
What happened to Tatanka's feathers, fucker? Where'd
Yeah,
they go?
He sold them for that racket to James E. Cornette. Right now, James E. Cornette's the proud owner of those feathers.
Do you think Jim Cornette saw him on TV with the tennis racket and said, "God damn, that motherfucker, that's my gimmick.
God damn.
Kill that Rick Martel. God damn."
I'll kill him. Get my baseball bat. I'll get that motherfucker.
God damn, pal. God damn, pal. I seriously want to know what happened to the feathers.
I don't know. This was the first time we've seen him without the feathers and with the whole polo look.
Maybe he just came from a tennis match and you couldn't wear the feathers during a tennis match.
Oh, he definitely didn't sell them to Boss Man. Boss Man dropped him in the river and went diving for him.
Fucking apparently. That was just remarkable. Oh, here we go.
We got a real match?
Never, man. No, yo, we do get a real match. I thought this was going to be Nails, but then I was like, oh, no, that's Jimmy Hart. Couldn't be.
Nice. I'm the Mountie.
Let's not forget that me and Glenn watched Jimmy Hart lose a match to a motherfucker named Mancow on a WCW pay-per-view in the year 2000.
In the year 2000. Oh, God, that kid had my hat that I want.
I think you see about 4 or 5 people that have that hat every week, pal.
I know. Every week I'm like, do you realize how much that thing's worth today?
Little bastard probably lost it.
I'm the Mountie. I'm ugly. I'm what? I really want to read that side.
I'm ugly. I'm dumb. Oh, here we go. He's running.
Tatanka's flying to the ring. You were right. It is Tatanka and the Mountie. Billy Ray.
Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. He kind of looked like he was dancing to it a little bit.
He's got the tomahawk, but he can't do the actual tomahawk because it's probably trademarked.
No, probably.
Can you trademark a hand signal?
I don't know. It's a goddamn good question.
I don't know either, because you do see this an awful lot between companies. So
but
I don't think you can.
I want to say at one time though, like they had gotten in trouble for doing it in New Japan because they stopped doing it for a little while, and then it actually must have worked itself out to where they could just do it anyway because they just did it anymore. They stopped doing it for a little while, and then they were just doing it again. So I don't think you can. Otherwise, I'm fucking trademarking this.
Yeah, I'm getting to the trademark office real quick.
What do you want to trademark? That's what I want to trademark right there. Damn it.
So I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Right. I'll be in jail before 3 o'clock.
Oh, God, they about headbutted each other. Oh, he's taunting him. This is dirty.
If I'm Tatanka, I would go right over there and just fucking punch him right in the dick. That's exactly what I'd do. Just pow, right in the dick. Fuck this guy.
Oh, man, Tatanka's getting heated. Did you see Tatanka's going to be wrestling Matt Cardona?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, like this month.
Wow.
I think for the NWA Championship, too. I could be wrong.
Mayor, currently, my computer says it is June 10th of the year 2020. And you mean to fucking tell me that Tatanka's wrestling Matt Cardona?
For the NWA Championship.
fucking alternate reality if I crossed into.
Well, hopefully Tatanka gets a good push here tonight and wins this match because I'd hate to see, him going into. That was quite the flop.
That was an amazing. I think one of those chops, Tatanka hit him right in the fucking mouth with one of them. I think that was his payback for the goddamn.
Yeah, you can't go taunting him like that.
He's feeling the pain now, pal.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Look it up. I think it's June. I don't know, June 28th maybe.
Isn't that something? And Ric Flair is gonna have a match. He's like 90, so.
Yeah, I hear Cardona is pushing to try to have that match too, because he wanted the last match for Flair to be for the NWA Championship. Cardona's trying to get every match.
He's just fucking. He said, "Pay me, motherfucker." You can't be mad. I'm not mad at it.
He's got a certain lady he's got to keep paying for too.
Goddamn pal. He's been like the Mountie here has been outside of the ring for quite some time. How come he hasn't been counted out? Oh, sneak attack.
Oh, I thought he was going to get him with the what's it called? The cattle prod. What do they actually call it over there?
That work. What a dipshit.
A poke to the eye.
The Mountie is so handsome and brave and strong, but he can't even pull off a fucking sneak attack. He's really selling this atomic drop, though.
That was one of the longest atomic drops. Oh my god, not another one.
Oh, you know what he's saying right now? My hole!
I thought he was going to skin. He is going to skin the cat after just getting atomic drop twice. No, he's not. He's trying. What is he doing?
He literally kicked himself back up in there. He couldn't do it, and he used his feet. Oh! Oh no, baby!
He hit him with the Mountie trigger.
Who knew? That's where. Well, Kenny Omega is Canadian. That's where he got the inspiration from the Mountie. Who knew?
Mm-hmm. I feel like he probably trained him.
Breaking news! I just heard that when Kenny Omega returns to AEW, he is going to return as the Mountie. So
that would be good.
Get ready for that, pal.
Do you remember the backstage segment where John Moxley, Dean Ambrose dressed up as the Mountie?
Oh, I do remember that. Yes, I do.
That was pretty good.
That is pretty good. I didn't realize that Jimmy here is kind of dressed up like a Mountie too. He's got the same sort of jacket on.
Jimmy goes all out.
Yeah, the only person who went as more out than Jimmy was Miss Elizabeth. But I realized she only managed one person, except for when she was with Hogan too. But
yeah, I mean, Jimmy had to have coats for like everyone because he managed like every single heel in the business at the time. It seems like.
Yeah, he definitely did. Him and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Brain was gone at this time. Oh no, he was with Flair, wasn't he? At this time.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was doing commentary too, yeah. But I mean, later, coming up in 1993, he'll be leaving.
Yeah. Along with that stupid Warrior, I think, right? Was that 93?
Warrior's going to leave actually fairly soon. I think we've only got one more month of him. He's gone in November. So we're in September right now. So only a few more episodes, Mayor. He'll be
up when November ends. What is Bounty doing here? Is he trying to pull the tonk out of his trunks?
He is trying to Mountie him on the top rope is what he's doing, I think. This referee's the fucking worst. Come on, ref. Get your head out of your ass.
Who is this ref? He looks like he sells fish down at the market.
He does. He smells like fish. He's a nasty motherfucker. He also can't fucking see. Clearly needs to get his goddamn eyes checked.
What a terrible looking man.
Uh-oh. What's he doing
getting
now?
Here? We're getting a spike pile driver?
It looks like it.
A jumping spike pile driver. Oh, man.
Brutal stuff here. That's got to be it. It's Tatanka's win streak. This stupid motherfucker. Why did you pin him? God damn it.
What's he? He's getting a microphone to sing?
This isn't an I Quit match. He's gonna fucking do some goddamn sort of war cry, isn't he? I'm so glad the sound isn't on.
Is he gonna
I
start
know
taunting
he's
and do the
gonna
war
do it.
cry?
I know he's gonna do it. Oh,
What if he?
please don't do it.
Do you think he might sing the theme song? Oh no, I think he is doing. I think he's doing a war cry.
He's doing
Uh oh.
something very offensive, and now he's getting chopped the fuck chopped the fuck up because of it. I'm gonna set up like the Undertaker.
Oh gosh, he's doing the dance. He's a house of fire.
He is, pal. Oh, I see it. I see a big thing of hot dogs going through the crowd.
Well, he danced around to hit an Irish whip.
Ooh, very
Big
high
back
back
body
body
drop.
drop there. Very nice stuff. Jimmy Hart is headed for the hills.
Oh, we're gonna get the tomahawk chop from the top rope.
I think so. I think you're right, pal. Here we go. This is the most exciting match we've had on Superstars in weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful sell job. Beautiful sell job by Rougeau there. Even though he's an asshole, beautiful sell job. Oh,
I didn't expect him to get out of the way there.
me neither. I did not see that coming.
Oh no, not the cattle prod.
Jimmy Hart's got his sex toys out here again. God damn it. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, Oh.
That was very well timed. Thank you.
What do you think he would say about that? Let us see this right here. We got a little ding ding action over here. Somehow the water boy's back in action.
We got some. Mama say that. Mama say that.
Mama say Mama say don't go in her sock drawer. She might find her something with had the batteries in it.
With a picture of Tatonga. Mama say that Tatonga. Mama say. Get so confused. Basic.
Tatanka makes Mama's medulla oblongata go crazy.
I mean, how could it not? Look at the man. God damn it. I thought
gonna-
this match was going to be over like 5-6 times already, but it hasn't been.
It's got to be a count out, right? That he's just gonna leave.
Yep.
Oh,
He said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
as Tatanka dances in the ring.
He's the Mountie and he runs the fuck away.
I feel like they really could have. I don't know. I feel like they really could have done something with Tatanka. They had him undefeated for like 2 years, like because he never even won an IC belt, did he? Tag, nothing.
No, nothing. He never won any championships. No.
Man,
I mean, he definitely had something. I mean, and as you can see,
he
good
had
work.
the size, the look, the crowd was behind him.
Yeah, good worker.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. He should have at least been. I'm not saying he should have been world champion, but at least in the Intercontinental.
yeah. I mean, at this time, Hogan. Speaking of the meat sauce mafia,
Hashtag fuck money. Get the breadsticks ready. The meat sauce mafia.
I know everyone thinks it's going to be Fabian Eichner, but no, not Fabian. Wait,
It is Fabian Eichner.
Fabian Eichner is going to be
It is
Danny De Niro.
They showed it, and it is Eichner.
No, it's Virgil. He's the brains behind the operation.
I'd pop through the ceiling if it was Virgil. If Virgil showed up on NXT 2.0, I'd be.
You know anyone who likes authentic Italian cuisine like Virgil?
Yeah, the Olive Garden. That's like saying Chipotle is the official Mexican restaurant of the United States soccer team. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's the whitest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I can't wait for the United States rugby team to say that Olive Garden is their official Italian restaurant.
Right. Like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Little Caesars is the authentic Italian restaurant.
I saw that and I said, are you fucking kidding me? Chipotle?
There's nothing Zoo Razor can do over here. A bad guy.
He's a handsome bastard. He said, I kicked Macho's leg out of his leg.
And you see the goal, and the goal man is worth the goal man. I'm wearing my gold in honor of Razor here.
I don't think you are, but I'll believe you.
I wish I had a toothpick though.
After you swerved me with that Conrad Thompson not being the Little Giants last week, I don't know if I can ever trust you again, to be honest.
I lost all my credibility and trustworthiness. Building it up all these years, and just Conrad Thompson had to,
Being
sap it away. You telling me Conrad Thompson was an icebox?
Shawn Michaels has left the building, I'm pretty sure is what he's saying here. And all the girls
Red
will
Hot
spoon
Chili
with their
Pepper
big 90s
shirt.
bag. Shawn Michaels, please leave the building. Oh, here it comes. Motherfuckers are
Speaking
about
of
to get to
Red Hot
choking.
Chili Peppers, I didn't realize that they were. I guess they were big in '92. Yeah, never mind.
Oh,
we
Jeff
got Hardy.
Foxworthy's about to get fucked up.
Is that Hardy?
Let me see. This is Kerry Davis is who this is.
There's the choke.
It took all of 10 seconds for him to start choking.
Do you think Vince coached him to just run out there and choke him? Choke him, pal.
Okay, pal. Here's what we want, pal. I want you to get out there. You just got out of prison. You've got pent up aggression. I want you to get out there. Hold on. Let's put these overalls on first. Let's see what those look like. All right, no. Okay, you get out there. And you just choke him. You grab him by the throat. You choke him until his eyeballs pop out.
More choking. He's not even trying for the pin. And this guy stole his pants from the Riddler.
And so his pants look like the opposite pants of the guy earlier who faced Shawn Michaels. They're like the same but a different color.
Those guys he's Snake the Jake Roberts.
That's it, pal. Oh, another choke.
Another choke.
He gave up. He said,
ring the bell, Timothy.
That is old Timmy, isn't it?
Yeah. Old Timmy.
Timmy and Dauber.
Calling out Dauber here. There's old Mama's play toy again.
A lot of weird stuff in this show.
Can't explain it. 1992 is a wild time.
Where's the big boss man? He's got to get out here and kick this 90210 motherfucker's ass.
He's back on the slip and slide in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
You know what? When you're right, you're right.
He's slipping and sliding all the way down to the Hershey factory.
That sounds like you might have like a bathroom situation. You got to hit the Hershey factory. Nails is your choking motherfucking winner. He just beat him with a nightstick and now he's spitting everywhere.
He's got the outfit on, the DOC, the Department of Choking. It actually stands for Dauber Only Chokes.
Wow, man, that's a lot. Those are both good ones. Here we go now. Is it the Macho Man Randy Savage? It is. It is the Macho Man. They got a lot of play for Macho Man Randy Savage on this show.
Now, Elizabeth wasn't showing up much at this time. Was she? She was just.
They may have been separated at that point. I'm not sure.
Liz, will you marry me? Macho's really selling this leg job here. Oh man, the Ultimate Maniacs.
I thought it said Ultimate Warrior, and I was like, that's why his fucking knee hurts. Take that shit off. Take that shit off. That's why your knee hurts, buddy.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior came out and saved him in his all denim outfit and no face paint last week.
He was just old Jim then.
Yeah.
He hadn't yet changed his name, so.
Could you have any more clashing styles on and patterns than what Macho Man has right now?
There's a lot going on.
It looks like he fell into a flea market and rolled out just clothes from a pile of clothes at a flea market, and then rolled through a vat of glue and then fell into a thing with bedazzlers.
And then came out here to cut his promo. He still hasn't said a word. Oh, he's taking the
Whoops.
sunglasses off.
Yeah, he's really into business.
You know he's not fucking around when he takes the sunglasses off. I think he said he's gonna break his foot off and Razor Ramon's ass. That's probably what he said. Something like that.
Probably. And then has to make this hand motion at least a couple times.
Well,
Make the title motion.
the standard Macho Man Randy Savage spirit fingers, of course.
The Macho Mannerisms.
There's just a lot of bling blinging going on in this entire thing, and that's the only thing attracting my attention is the light glistening off of his hat.
His eyes are less bloodshot than I'd expect. And his
I guess that was his pickup line to Miss Elizabeth. She said, "Oh, your eyes are so red," and he said, "You should see him from this side."
What, really?
That's what Scott Hall said on the Dark Side of the Ring episode about Macho Man.
Wow. That sounds like something I could imagine Macho Man actually saying, so I believe it.
It absolutely does. Yes, absolutely sounds like something you would say. He's sweating, but he ain't nearly as wet as the Big Boss Man.
No. There's no one as wet as the Big Boss Man. Michael Phelps coming out of the pool at the Olympics, less wet.
I'll be I'll be floating down a river for 6 hours, and I'll be way drier than the Big Boss Man.
What's the rules in floating in the river? Can you just
What do you mean?
if you're floating in the river, can you nasty boys the river?
I mean, pal, you're floating. It's a flowing, moving flow of water, and yes, you're floating down a river drinking for 6 hours. Yeah, you're pissing in the water. That's what happens. Yes.
Yes. Sounds like fun.
Absolutely.
Nothing sounds more American.
So it's funny. They give you when you get there, of course, before they take you down and put you in the tubes, they give you like a safety speech.
Safety speech.
No, they tell it. They just gather everybody up, and it's like, oh well, you have to watch out for here in this place, and there's gonna be 3 bridges that you have to pass. And I could literally give you the whole speech right now because I've been so many times that I know exactly what they're gonna say. But they always tell you like, don't go off because there's people's houses and stuff, or like that big lake houses or whatever. As you go down, and they're like, don't get on people's private property. Go knock on people's doors, asking for beers or asking to use the bathroom. And I just jokingly said, it's in a river. You're in a river. If you got to go, just go. And everybody looked at me like I was fucking crazy. And I literally went, what? How do y'all go?
You guys don't piss in the river?
Don't act like we ain't all pissing in this river because we are.
Yeah. Unless there's a sink just standing nearby, we're pissing in the river.
I'm going to keep pouring all this alcohol into my body. It's got to go somewhere.
Now, do you have to rent a raft just for your cooler?
No, so they what they do is like per every 3 people that you have, they give you 1 cooler tube, and so then you don't have to pay for them unless you want an extra one. Which it's supposed to be like right now the forecast for next Sunday when I'm going, it's supposed to be like 100 degrees. So
yeah, it seems like we're going to be getting hit with a major heat wave this next week.
Yep, that's okay because then you're on a river, so it's not quite as hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I do hope it falls down to like 91 or something.
I hope it gets to 98 degrees and you can just listen to Nick Lachey's sweet serenades all the way down the road.
I have some boy band music on my river playlist, but I do not think there is 98 degrees on there. Don't think so.
What's your go-to river playlist?
So it has a lot of stuff on it. Like, so I like to listen to like R&B and rap music, but I also do like some country music. And I never did like country music when I was younger, but the older I got, the more I started to like country music because country music is they talk about things that I like to do. Like I like to get drunk and lay in the sun. That sounds like fun. Or floating down a river. I mean, that's country music.
If you're floating down the river, you've got to listen to country music. If you're not listening to the Redneck Yacht Club, I don't know what you're doing floating down the river.
But then we got some stuff like that the wife likes too, and then there's all kinds of stuff on there. Old school hip hop's on there. Mariah Carey, lots of Taylor Swift. I know I might get some heat for this, but I like Taylor Swift. I know I might
No,
get some heat for
not
that.
from this guy.
Somebody out there is gonna be like, "You like Taylor Swift? What the fuck is wrong with you?"
And next, on a work in progress, the Taylor Swift edition.
No, the Taylor Swift Chronicles. Yes, yes.
Oh, we got another match here.
This is the main event, I believe. Dr. Harvey Whippleman is out here. Hey, it's fucking Tony DeVito.
I swear to God, before I saw his name, I was gonna say it's Tony DiNunzio. I was so close, and I was just gonna make up a name.
He said, "Hey, can we hurry it up? Mama made a great ziti at home. Forget about it." Yeah.
She put all 5 cheeses in it. It's Tony DiNunzio.
The pasta fazool is the best. Come on. The original Don right here, Tony DeVito.
Oh man.
Kamala's on the way out here. Old Sugar Bear Harris.
Hey, why are they booing him? Isn't he a baby face here? Wasn't he just a baby face?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
That is a terrifying shirt.
it's a terrifying man.
I wasn't going to say it, pal, but yes. Well, he's with Harvey Whippleman. He can't be a babyface if you're
That's
with Whippleman.
true.
Look at that face. How could you ever like Harvey Whippleman? He's probably a nice guy in real life. I'm saying the wrestling character.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always heard good things about him as a human being.
Yeah.
Not about
course.
Tony DeVito here, though.
Hey.
Tony DeVito's like the guy that goes to the, like, Denny's with you and says he's going to go to the bathroom and just like dashes and doesn't ever pay for anything.
He leaves.
Yeah,
I
he
just like
leaves.
he gives
A
his
kick
face
in the
sort of like
chest.
he casually walks over and Kamala just kicks him right in the fucking chest.
He says, "I was with you last night at Shoney's and you didn't pay for your cheeseburger and fries, you bastard."
You son of a bitch. No, he's choking him nail style.
He says, "I'm not letting that slide."
No, not this time.
I mean, Tony DeVito,
I don't even like Shoney's. Goddamn.
died and dashing bastard.
He said, "Hey, forget about it."
They don't pay me enough to have my headset on.
God damn. Kamala is whooping his ass. Oh,
Little double throat shot there. Bam.
big throat shot there.
We gonna get a backwards pin, you think? What are the
Of
odds?
course. 100%. He's going to try to pin him right now. Yep.
I think he's putting in an ankle lock.
It's a submission. Oh, he's got to tap out, right?
Everybody get your roll on.
Whatever he's doing is 10 times better than Natalia does the sharpshooter. I'll tell you that right now.
It's the doll shooter.
Yeah, I'll tell you that right now.
Ooh, there's the
No,
pin.
He looks like the mayor about to eat a bucket of chicken. That's what he looked like holding that guy's leg.
Yeah, you know, if I'm picking up a bucket of chicken, at least 5 of those things aren't making it home.
Oh, hell no. Hell
The
no.
steering wheel's covered in grease. It looks like the boss man rubbed his chest against it.
100%. That's how the mayor's car wheel looks on the way home from KFC. 100%. My God. You get in the next day, you're like, fuck.
Just little KFC crispy crumbles all over my chest walking in.
Kamala said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." There was Paul Bearer in a casket, but we were too busy talking about chicken.
I mean, it's important stuff. Is Undertaker gonna pop out of it? No way,
I don't
right?
think so. It was just enough of the casket for Kamala to say, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
Yeah, that didn't look large enough to have Undertaker in it.
That's what she said. I don't think that works, but it's fine. I want to say they have a casket match at some point, Kamala and The Undertaker. I'm not sure when, but at some point.
I feel like oh,
Oh, thank
I didn't
God.
think we were gonna get the handsomeness tonight.
Thank God, pal. It wouldn't be a
That's
show. It wouldn't be our show without these handsome sons of bitches.
man. I don't remember too many earthquake promos, but I bet the hearts
I'm
are fluttering
captivated.
across the country.
I'm captivated.
Reading his lips, I know what he's saying. Something like whatever the Rick with the Model Martel said. He's saying that exact same line.
Yeah, he did. He said, "You think you're a model, Rick Martel? Well, look at this handsome face, and if you keep saying you're a model and I'm not a model, you're gonna get this handsome ass." Look how look at Typhoon's like, yeah, he's feeling it.
I always liked when the guy who wasn't talking would slap his partner on the back or like nod like this, like they're like really into it back in the 80s. That was good stuff.
Yeah, that's how you should be with your tag team partner, pal. Slap him on the back when he's talking.
I'm
Oh,
trying.
it's the
I'll
British Bulldog.
give you a good back slap right now.
Oh, thanks. That was pretty good. The British Bulldog. He's the new Intercontinental Champion. Well, a couple weeks old now, but still.
Do you think Matilda's still around?
I like to think that every dog I've ever seen on TV, even since I was 2, is still living. Yes.
Matilda from 1987.
She is still alive and kicking. She's doing just fine. Absolutely, pal. He is the Bulldog, and he is British.
I mean, that sums it up. It sums up the gimmick. I would think it'd be really funny if he just had a terrible underbite, like bulldogs have a teeth like this. That's why he had the British Bulldog gimmick, was he had a terrible underbite.
Well, thank God they didn't find somebody.
Oh, Bruce, come look at this guy over here. It looks like a bulldog.
Holy fuck! Next week we get the debut of the Comet Kid.
Was that Conan?
Time to get wet. It's the Big Boss Man. I don't think it was. I think it was Paul Diamond at that point.
Comet Kid?
Razor Ramon or Max Moon, I think is what he's later known as.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah, I
British
think you're
Bulldog
right.
next week. It's a stacked card.
I'm curious to see this Comet Kid. We're going to have to do some research on the Comet Kid for next week.
The Comet Kid. Because I don't know if that gimmick ever made it to TV with Conan in it, but I'll look if I remember to, but I probably won't because I forget.
The banana bread.
Goddamn, pal. Big shot of the arena here. It looks like the setup from WrestleMania 5. I know it isn't, but it looks like it.
What's your favorite city in Pennsylvania, Brent?
And that's it, pal. That is it. I have never been to Pennsylvania. Hershey's my favorite city in Pennsylvania. My sister lived up there for a little while. She lived in God damn it. I can't even remember where she lived.
Philadelphia.
No, it wasn't Philadelphia. It was close to Philadelphia. It was like a smaller place, like close to Philadelphia.
Okay.
But I can't remember where it was for the life of me.
Yeah.
How about yours? Pittsburgh?
No. Actually, I do. I like this. I do like the city. The city's awesome. But no, I would say this place called Latrobe, Pennsylvania. It's like walking.
Sounds sexy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like walking into a time machine. You go there and it looks like everything is like the city where Mr. Rogers was at. And like everyone's friendly and like they have local corner store. I mean, I was there 20 years ago. It may have changed, but it was so awesome. And every single house had a keg of beer in it.
Every
And
single one?
Every single house.
You weren't in Nebraska?
No, these things all. Well, have you heard of Rolling Rock, the beer?
Oh, I love Rolling Rock. Yes.
That's where it's made. And so everyone had their own local, had all their kegs. You go down to Rolling Rock and get it right from the factory. And it was literally like, I think $60 for an entire keg of beer there. So, are you moving?
Yeah, but we're going to start packing all this shit up. I'm moving there. I just decided.
But yeah, it was awesome. Great city. I would recommend anyone looking into moving Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Check it
And
out,
if you like,
people.
Rolling Rock, get the fuck out there. So there's
Yeah.
the mayor's plug for the week. He had something to plug, and it's where is it again?
Latrobe, 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 Pennsylvania.
It's amazing, and he told you how to spell it too. So visit that place, move there, get some
Check it
Rolling
out.
Rock. When
I
you
just
buy a
want-
home there, they give you a keg as a house
Probably.
gift.
It's like in Maslin, Ohio, when your baby's born, they hand them a little football.
That's true. They do the same thing in Nebraska and a husk of corn. Anyway, that's going to do it from us this week. Make sure you check out Sports Wire Radio. Give our buddy Thomas Bryce a follow
Right there,
at
right
Thomas
there.
Bryce 2017. Check out that place that the mayor just said that's in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
And that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Do you got anything else to say?
Check out this week's Piece of Business podcast.
That is right. Check out our good friends Glenn and Jeremy every
And-
Sunday.
And you can learn what a gunge sponge is.
Yeah, the funniest thing
Not the
about that
sponge
is
portion, but just the gunge.
What gunge? The funniest thing about that is when Glenn then explained what gunge was. And Jeremy's eyes got so fucking big. They were like, it was so funny. He was like, "What?"
And hearing the explanation coming from Glenn's voice just made it even more. It posed a nice little bow on the package.
It did. It did. Glenn has a way with words. He speaks another language, and it is beautiful.
It's the same language we speak. It just sounds much better.
It just sounds more beautiful. But come November, that mother lover Glenn Abbott's going to be calling football soccer. We dominate his team in the World Cup. I had to throw that in there.
Yes, it'll only be 173 degrees at those games, but
That's fine. We're used to it. Those boys have been practicing in the Sahara. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Mayor. That's it. We're out of
All right,
here. We'll
that's
talk
it.
to you guys next week.